As I was just saying, how are we not hooking up here? A market fish over here. It's a smallie too. It's a pretty smallie. Come on. Nope. Stop running. Stop running.
You need to just come in and be nice.
Dude, they're so angry. Look at that. They're so angry out here.
Hurried him up.
All right, so I just got back from Lake Michigan the other day, and I got a call from my good buddy Shaun from Ohio, and he told me he wanted to go fishing today on my home lake, and you know I couldn't say no because he drove all the way up here from Ohio, and I can't turn down smallie fishing with Shaun either. We haven't done it in a couple years, and we needed to catch up. So out here on the lake, super clear water, very clear visibility, about 67-degree water temp, nice little fog on the surface so far this morning. And we've already been hooking up. Just caught a smallie, and Shaun just missed a really big one, it looked like. But I'm throwing the Tequila Sunrise Berkley Power Worm on the little Fire Tiger half-round jig head there with 10-pound fluoro, so it's trying to be as transparent as I can in the transparent water. And I just caught that one in about 18 feet of water on a drop-off, and I think Shaun's about the same depth over there. We just hooked up, so move these baits, move them slow, do long casts in the nice clear water, and we should have a pretty good time hooking up with some smallmouth today. Nothing like a little spontaneous fishing trip. My kayak smells like Lake Michigan still. Look at that, they're so angry out here. Nope. Ah, look at that beauty smallie. Let me see how far down I can take your bait, because I'm super aggressive. All right.
Now you're looking oh, it's a pike.
Oh, that's a good sized pike though. Look at that thing.
Going crazy. Eating that Boggs gold though.
Yeah. Dude, that is a good sized pike.
Are you done now? Are you done now? No? I can tell. You have one more in you.
Quick release on hooking, it's perfect.
There he goes.
So when you're on a super clear lake and you start seeing a bunch of perch, like a big school of perch swimming right underneath it the whole time, makes you want to do something. So I cut off my bait and I put on a number 6 bear hook that I just had in the kayak, and I don't have my panfish rod with me, so it's lack of options here. And I put on one of those the pink Berkley Crappie Nibblers, because it's all I had in my boat right now for perch. And I'm gonna do some perch fishing now because I want to catch some of these perch. Look at that little perch. That's what it's about right there. These little teeny guys. Look at that. Look at that little perch. I didn't bring my glasses out because it was super cloudy out and foggy out, and I didn't think about it, but now I wish I had my glasses out because now I can't see in front of me. Here's a little bigger one. A little bit bigger. Here's another perch. Not bad at all. Getting a bunch of these little guys. Really cool fish, still a lot of fun to catch, and they're very pretty. But I want these bigger ones, so these are traveling in schools, these perch, and there's like a lot of them that are like 3 times the size of that one. And I can't get the bigger one to bite. The bigger ones are coming up and sniffing my bait, taking off, and the small ones coming and grab it. I feel like it happens a lot in a lot of fish species. You don't always catch the biggest one, you catch the fastest one because they fight over food. So I'm gonna try to find that school again. The school keeps them swimming around the same area. But they move a lot and they spook easy because it's so clear here. So I gotta try to do long casts with a weightless small bait. And I gotta try to find them without wearing sunglasses. That's my smallest one yet.
Yeah, they were catching, he said he was catching bass on spinnerbaits and chatterbaits.
Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. Nope, it's power catching. Stop it. Stop it. All right, so this is like my 20th perch, so I'm just gonna go and give up on these bigger ones because all that's biting today is these smaller perch. I don't think the bigger ones want to play today, so it looks like it's the biggest one we're gonna get today, or the other one we got was a little bigger, but I don't know, a bunch of these later. Go back for bass now. What's my depth here? I'm fishing in 10 feet of water. Crystal clear visibility, 10 foot of water. Got a lot of tall grass on my right, and then all sand after that, and then a huge drop off down to 70 foot to my left. So I think it's a good spot to be throwing this paddle tail. Cruising along this weed line. Letting these bass see it, but letting them see the profile of it so they see it moving, and it's hopefully gonna make them do a really hard reaction bite. I know the smallmouth bass out here are super aggressive. I know they feed off a lot of perch, so throwing a natural colored paddle tail right now on an underspin, give it a little bit of shine. Feel pretty confident about it. If this stops working or it doesn't work at all, then I'm gonna switch back to my power worm and do some more finesse fishing, let it sit a little bit longer in front of them, since this one has to keep moving. But let's get some bass now. Finally got a bigger one. Look at that. There we go. Got one of like the medium-sized ones. That's what we're going for, some of the bigger ones. These perch are just fun to catch. When smallmouth aren't biting and I see them everywhere, they're hitting these perch. So I figured might as well fish for some perch. I'm telling you, just a nice, simple, weightless number 6 hook with these power bait crappie nibblers in pink. I've caught perch, I've caught smallmouth, largemouth, pike, bluegill, sunfish, crappie, pretty much every species that I can catch I've caught on the same bait. So anytime I see another species, I always throw these little hooks out. These little guys are getting it. Yeah, figured. Smallest one I've gotten all day. But they fight over it, so whatever one's fastest will be the one that you catch. Look at that little teeny perch. Look at that little guy. What's cool though is a lot of times you'll be doing this just to waste time and just to, you know, get that little adrenaline rush you need of catching a fish, even if it's a little tiny one. But then you'll notice that the fish start seeing that there's a little feeding frenzy going on. They start gathering around. Hopefully the bass see what's going on, and the bass start coming through saying, hey, what's going on over here? Shotgun things. Like, the bass are like the chaperones at a party. You know, once things start kicking off, the bass show up. So I'll do this sometimes, and I'll get these little teeny perch and little bluegill and panfish and stuff, and then it'll bring over the bigger bass. Look at that, see? A little bass, see? You never know. See that? Little teeny bass. I told you that when the perch start biting, these little bass show up. And then the big bass show up. And then we're gonna get our big fish. That's our plan. Look at that. Talk about matching the hatch. Here's the bait. Here's the fish that it caught. The perch colored Spy 70 slow sink from Berkley.